Well, this was just a tree that was marked, and it shows how mark stays in a tree. This tree had rotted off from the outside, and this was inside, probably that deep inside the tree, but it had rotted off, and I pulled this off and brought it in. See the X on there?
Right. How was that X blazed, with an axe or what?
Well, probably a machete.
Machete?
Probably. But it stays. I can show you many marks inside of trees. I was telling a group here not too long ago about, I found the original tree. It was a post oak tree, and it was laying on the ground, and it had rotted. And I felt around that rotted part, and I felt a hard part in there, and I pulled it out, and it was that cross in that thing. Well, everybody laughed. They thought I was joking with them. They didn't realize that X will stay inside that tree, and it forms a hard. That tree tries to grow around it and makes it hard inside in there, and it can rot off all around it, and that'll still be solid in there like that, you see. And
but like a broken bone, when it heals up, sometimes there's a lot of calcium around
right.
it. Is that an analogy, or is that?
Yeah. And of course, I've cut a lot of green trees with a mark in there. I mean, where the tree had grown big enough to where that you couldn't see the mark on the outside of the tree anymore, and we needed to know, and we'd cut into that thing and count the rings back. I had one that I've got in there right now that I had a forester. We had a lot of foresters around here, worked for these lumber companies. Had a forester to count this thing. He used to be a professor in a college, and he counted this back. It was marked in March of 1880. It was a hickory tree, and he counted it back with that. Well, we started marking them on the stump, so if they cut the tree down here, the X would still be down on that stump for a while, you know, and that didn't work either. They came out with chainsaws in, and they got ready to cut it off level with the ground, so it didn't make any difference. But
you did everything you could to leave your marks.
Yeah, probably. It was hard to beat the chainsaw, you know, after it got there. But and then of course hardwoods, they did well. As a matter of fact, I know of a post oak that was marked in 1848 that's still standing today, and.
This being 2009.
That's right.
Wow.
And it's still standing. I know a cypress that was marked in 1869 that's still standing today. I know, and also at that corner there was a magnolia and a cypress marked there, and both of them were still standing.
Wow.
At that corner.